This video demonstrates the Boeing 787 Quick Composite Repair or QCR procedure. The QCR lets a gate mechanic temporarily repair a composite structure in approximately 1 hour. Before you start the QCR, make sure the damage is beyond the allowable damage limits but not beyond the repairable damage limits in the Structural Repair Manual or SRM. To begin the repair, make sure that you are very familiar with the repair because you must complete some of the steps quickly. Protect the repair area from wind, water, extreme temperatures, and contamination. If contamination occurs, clean the area again before you continue. Wear applicable protective clothing and equipment. Also, note that if you use 2 or more people, some of the steps can be done at the same time. Available through Boeing Spares, the necessary QCR kits include all repair materials. Note, there are 3 fiberglass and 3 carbon patches available. Refer to the specific component repair section for the correct patch to use. Examine the green bar on the heat pack reversible strip to find the current temperature. The temperature must be in the necessary SRM range for correct heat pack activation. Note, if the heat pack temperature is low, you can use a second heat pack to preheat it. If the heat pack temperature is high, you must cool it. To prepare the compaction tool, connect all supply fittings and make sure a vacuum source is available. Note, the QCR has a Venturi tool that uses compressed air or nitrogen to apply vacuum. If there is not sufficient space to use the compaction tool, use a standard vacuum bag. If the vacuum bag procedure is necessary, make sure that a breather ply, sealant tape, vacuum bag material, and vacuum source are prepared. Center the sanding alignment template above the damage and attach it with tape. Next, use an approved marker and make registration lines on the part to accurately align the template when it is removed and reinstalled. Then, make lines in the broken inner circle to show the sanding area. Finally, remove the template and put clear or semi-clear tape on the lines. Use 150 grit or finer aluminum oxide abrasive paper to remove the paint, primer, and surfacer and the damaged material that is above the surface of the structure. Note, if necessary, mark the sanding area again. Stop sanding when black dust and fiber show or the area looks the same as the SRM standard. Caution: you can use a power sander, but only to remove the paint. Clean the area again with a clean, dry cloth. Next, use solvent and the double wipe method to make sure all contamination is removed. Continue to double wipe until a clean cloth shows no contamination. Put vacuum bag material from the kit on a work surface and organize all of the necessary tools, equipment, and materials for quick access. After you put on a clean pair of lint-free gloves, carefully align the patch adhesive template with the registration marks and then attach it with tape. Caution: if you touch the repair area or if contamination occurs, you must clean the area again. Refer to the directions in the adhesive kit and mix Part B and Part C together. Use the stir stick and apply approximately half of the mixture to the template area. Then hold the trowel, labeled BC, at a right angle to the surface, and use a circular movement to spread the mixture equally. Then, make sure that the temperature of the pack is in the necessary SRM range, and push the metal activation disc to activate the pack. Change gloves again and put the bonding surface of the patch up on the work surface. Note, the bonding surface is the smooth surface. Next, Use a new stir stick and fully mix Part A. Then, apply Part A to the patch and use the trowel labeled A to spread the adhesive across the patch. Caution: incorrect curing will occur if you put a stir stick or trowel used to mix one adhesive in the other adhesive. Change gloves again and center the patch above the repair area before it touches the surface. Slowly push the patch onto the surface and then remove the patch adhesive template. Caution: you must apply compaction in less than 2 minutes after the Part BC mixture touches the Part A adhesive. Center the anti-col around the patch and make sure it is not on top of the patch. Next, center a dry peel ply on the patch. Then, center the col plate on the peel ply. Make sure that the heat pack is fully crystallized and that the temperature is at the necessary SRM minimum. Next, put it into a clear plastic containment bag. Put the heat pack in the compaction tool pocket. Next, center the compaction tool on the repair and make sure that the patch, peel ply, and col plate do not move. Apply vacuum to the compaction tool suction cups. Then, apply vacuum to the compaction diaphragm and make sure that the compaction tool follows the contour of the part and the heat pack. After 30 minutes of compaction, remove the compaction tool, col plate, and peel ply. If the non-reversing thermal strip shows a temperature less than the SRM minimum, then the repair adhesive is not cured and one or more heat cycles is necessary. If the temperature is above the SRM minimum, remove the anti-col. Inspect the repair to make sure that sufficient adhesive shows at the edges of the patch. Next, refer to the SRM and inspect the patch for disbonds. If the repair is not acceptable, it must be removed and a new patch installed. To seal the repair, clean the area again. Then, make sure that the sanding alignment template is clean and center it on the patch. Next, make lines in the broken middle circle and the broken outer circle to identify the perimeters of the foil patch and the reflective applique. Peel the backing material from the foil patch and apply the patch with a sweeper. Do the same procedure to apply the reflective applique. Finally, apply a finish to the edges of the applique. Note: if time is limited, you can defer the finish application. If you defer, do a visual inspection of the applique every 7 days. Caution: the QCR has adhesive that is sensitive to heat. Do not apply primer, decorative paint, or custom decals on the QCR. The white reflective applique is designed to reflect heat from the sun. Do not use heat blankets, heat lamps, or other high-temperature sources near the QCR after the reflective applique has been installed. If you do, heat can cause the QCR to come off of the airplane. This completes the 787 QCR procedure. Always refer to the structural repair manual before you do this procedure.